there was a post that I found on a Sunday, and that's relevant to this story. So on a Sunday, I found this post, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe the FreedomFox is for sale. And at the time, I was pretty happy with, the Highlander. I did want to do some upgrades, but I didn't even think about it, that day. And then Monday, I'm sitting at my office, and all of a sudden, I thought about it again. I was like, I cannot believe the FreedomFox is for sale. And so I go to look for the post, and I have no idea where it was. I didn't know if it was on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook. I had no idea.
Sure.
I couldn't find it again. And so I ended up just going to Trent's website and emailing him. And, I think my words were something to the effect of, am I hallucinating, or is the FreedomFox for sale? And he responded, laughing, and he's like, yeah, no, it's for sale. And so we had a, quick sort of email exchange there. And I don't remember if we actually spoke that day. I think we did. And then, so that was on a Monday. And so the entire week, I'm sitting there thinking, like, oh my gosh, the FreedomFox is for sale. It's got turbo. It's got all these things. It's got the glass panel, So I talked myself out of it for a whole 5 days.
Okay.
Then Friday rolls around, and I give Trent a call, and I was like, you know what? Let's do it. So we talked and negotiated a little bit, and decided on Friday, that I was going to buy it, and I just need to get, different things in place to do that. And then Sunday, he releases his, FreedomFox is for sale video. And he calls me right after that was released, and he's like, hey, are you sure you're going to buy this? Because I've got a lot of people contacting me.
Yeah.
That also played in my mind, like, this thing is going to go fast. So it's like that Friday, I'm like, let's do it. And then he calls me on Sunday, and I'm like, yes, 100%, let's work out the details. But yeah, he was a little worried. He's like, are you sure this is going to happen? Because I got a lot of other people calling me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm honestly surprised that in your version of the story that you saw the same post that I went back, and it's still in there on Facebook, and that 4 or 5 days later, there wasn't somebody else that also saw it.
Right. Yeah, it was weird. It was weird the way that it popped up. I don't know. Maybe the algorithm just didn't show it to enough people. Whatever the case may be, I got there, and then of course when I was talking to him about it, I was telling him, I do a little bit of YouTube stuff too, and so it'd be cool to kind of keep the legend alive, if you will, of the plane. And I think that also connected us a little bit as well, and so I think that was exciting for him that it wouldn't just disappear into obscurity.
Right. No, because it hasn't, right? I mean, it was on the Sun and Fun poster. I mean, that's super cool to see.
Yeah, that's funny the way that came about. I flew to Sun and Fun for the first time, took the FreedomFox out there. I flew with my friend Levi in his Storch, and that's a funny story too, because he can only cruise at about 80 miles an hour, and so I had the FreedomFox pulled back to I don't know what percentage of power, but I was burning like 3 gallons an hour flying out there. It took us a little while to get there, but the funny thing is when you land, they have a really cool setup for Bush Whale Base Camp. So there's a separate little area closer to the Paradise City, grass strip, where they've got Bush Whale Base Camp, and so all the Bush Whale planes can park there. And I roll up, and they're like, "Here, we're going to park you right in front of the tent." And I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool."
Yeah. All right.
Then, that was Anitra. Anitra kind of runs the whole Bush Whale Base Camp, and then eventually I met Melissa, who is I think the marketing director, and so she does all of the marketing, and she was planning for next year since it's the 250th anniversary of the country. They wanted an Americana theme, and she's like, "I think I want to put your plane on the poster." So we kind of chatted a little bit at Sun and Fun, and then a couple weeks later ended up talking to them, and I was like, "Absolutely, that'd be a really cool, experience." And yeah, so ended up on the poster.